Hello everybody! Today we talk about the question that everybody asks me in Russia and at home, and that's what are the unusual, extreme or totally different things in Russia compared to Germany?
When friends and family ask us what is the most unusual and how can you describe Russia in just one word, one sentence, what do you think mostly? What do you say mostly?
Extreme.
Extreme.
One word.
And this can be characteristic of everything, I guess, for him here. And that was not so good noticeable for me, I think, without you, because when you're used to that, that's not extreme at all. And the first thing that is still the most shocking one is...
Yeah, very likely the most shocking one.
What is that?
Streets and traffic in Russia.
Streets and traffic.
The streets have deep holes and the traffic every now and then is quite chaotic.
Okay, in the big streets, still, there are not so many holes. In the smaller ones, when you go to the suburbs, there are more holes. Come on, I'm trying to justify this country.
Yeah, you can see the further you go into the suburbs, the more holes you have.
Yeah, just some days ago you said that we were so deep in the hole so that we could reach China or something. So,
yes.
Yeah, sometimes they're really dangerous for your car, I guess. And there is even a joke about Russian roads that I personally really like. And I think this is not that much of a joke, no?
No, I think it's more true. The joke is that only drunk people in Russia are driving straight. Everybody else is driving slalom.
Yeah, everybody else is just trying to avoid the hole, so you will never see a drunk person that is just as well driving so good around the holes. It's just like,
no.
I'm just driving straight. And when my mom, for example, was learning driving, she was not confident with this avoiding holes all the time. So she was just like, I'm driving straight, like it's supposed to be. Like every normal person should do that. Just driving straight.
I would have done the same.
Yeah, but my brother and my father were like, what are you doing? Try to avoid the holes, you should do that. I was like, no. Every time I am in the hole, I'm like collecting the points, like in a video game. It's like, bum, 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 bum. So she was like, as if I get a lot of them, I get just a lot of points. So it's also the question of how you look at that, no?
Yeah, probably your dad was not happy about the bumpers that were always needed to exchange.
No, he was not happy about that. And then, knowing that, it's even more strange that we are not using seat belts here a lot, at least on the back seat for sure. In the front seat, personally, and I guess quite some people use them because it's, I think, according to the law that you should use the belt seat on the driver place and just in the front seat. But about the back seat, as far as I know, there are no rules. But for you, it's normal to use them.
We use them everywhere, my dear.
That's
and
probably
I hope
better.
you will also continue improving your
I will
seatbelt
try
usage.
to remember to use them everywhere, but this is just so much in the habit not to use them. But with those roads and driving, probably better.
The avoidance of rules in Russia is for sure the second big thing for me.
Yeah, rules is just something like, okay, rules, somebody created them, I can go around.
And I slowly start to understand why that is. That's partly because already in the government the rules are not that strict. You have a little bit of corruption going on here and there.
Yeah, I can hear about that sometimes.
That's, I guess at least that's why most people are not so keen and following the rules.
I guess so.
And to give a good picture of how much they don't like the rules, they have those plugs from the seatbelt, but without the seatbelt to plug them in, because in modern cars they are beeping when you don't have your seatbelt on. So they put in those plugs, and you can even buy them with nice pictures on them or however you want them, just to have them always in your car.
People use
though
them
it's
a lot.
according to the rule.
Yeah, but people are just like, I don't like the seatbelt, it's not really nice to move, what they say, we'll just plug in this thing and then it's not beeping and I'm okay.
And people told me that it's still big in Russia about using the seatbelt next to the driver. Then the driver thinks that you don't trust in his capability of carrying this
Especially in taxi, I think. If you directly go to a taxi and like seatbelt on, the taxi is like,
oh my god.
Don't you trust me?
All taxi drivers will hate me here.
Yeah, probably. Oh, and by the way, he was really the first person ever to use the seatbelt on the back seat of my car and my parents' car, and everybody were smiling at him for the first time he did it. No, everybody's used to the fact that you're using them, but still, I think people will get surprised.
Yes. For sure, the next big thing for me are the contrasts here in this country. It's also part of being extreme, but look, for example, at the buildings. I think we have some example pictures.
We will
no?
show some pictures.
You have sometimes really nice building, an old building, reconstructed and beautiful to look at. And then just 2 buildings further, you have a ruin with only destroyed parts, and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah, and this is sometimes in the center of the city, no?
Yes.
This is the
in the middle of the city, just...
Yeah. We cannot, again, talk about every corner of the city and especially every corner of the big country as Russia is, but it's really extreme sometimes.
It's a gigantic country, so of course we cannot give the whole picture.
I'm, by the way, from the south of Russia, so we are talking about this region, and again, the driving style and using of the seat belts and the holes on the streets, this is what is typical here. I guess in some places it's even more extreme, and in some places it's not that extreme at all. I heard from my friends that were traveling around Russia that seat belts are actually used a lot in some parts. But there are also some things in Russia that are really surprisingly good, no? What are they?
Yeah, I was surprised, for example, that the food is not that extremely different. I don't know what my mind imagined.
A lot of special national dishes, I guess.
Yeah, maybe totally different veggies or fruits.
Yeah, but people eat here a lot of potato and meat and veggies the same as you eat in Germany, for example.
Yeah.
A bit more variety in dishes maybe between your and my country, but not that much.
Yeah, maybe a bit. I'm not so extremely sure about that anymore, and that's surprising to me.
Yeah.
Maybe you eat a little bit more regular cabbage than at least at my home.
Probably. And here the fruits and vegetables are really, really tasty. They have a lot of taste, and they're grown in real fields not far from you, and you can buy them on the market. And the market is working every day, close to every day, not like one day a week. And the prices are not that extremely different. I think sometimes you can buy in the farmer's market the fruits and vegetables even cheaper than in the supermarket. And they're really, really good. I will miss them so much. And my professor in Germany, I remember he said that the specialty for him is when he's coming to Russia in the summertime, he's always ordering just the salad from cucumbers and potatoes, cucumbers and tomatoes, and this is the tastiest thing you can get because of the real taste of the veggies.
Yeah. And about drinking, what I heard the most for sure, vodka everywhere. And be careful, all those drunk Russian people at every celebration, meeting, whatsoever.
You have been to quite some celebrations already, so you have experience.
Surprisingly unextreme.
There are a lot of my friends that are not drinking at all.
Yeah, that was the biggest surprise.
And I'm honestly so sick of people asking me everywhere in Europe, how do you drink vodka? How often do you drink vodka? What is your favorite vodka? I don't drink vodka. I don't like it. I can drink it, but that's not my favorite drink. And I guess people will still keep asking me that. And I'm already prepared to answer these questions with a little joke and really just smiling at people, because this is sometimes really frustrating.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
But that's really what, at least I was taught in Germany,
or
what I heard.
All your friends and relatives were like, be careful, bro.
I from a friend, he's Russian, but already since 20 years in Germany. And he's really stereotypically with vodka. And I'm not sure anymore. Maybe that comes only from advertisements, because we have this big advertisement campaigns from vodka, and then you have the Russian voice like, vodka, Gorbachev, Russia's poor soul.
I guess some of the stereotypes are really exist, and they're really true for some people, some families, some regions, but just the thing that I always want to try to explain to people, it's not everywhere, it's not true for everybody, as with all stereotypes.
Yeah, that's so true.
And one more thing that people ask me all the time is, how cold is there where you live? They expect me to go in the fur coat just all year round, And come on, it's Russia. I know I haven't been there, but there are places where that can be really true. But here it's more than 40 degrees in summer. Again, south of Russia, and today it's 3rd of October and we were walking in our t-shirts. It was plus 25 degrees today.
Even short trousers.
Even short trousers for him. So in Germany, I guess, it's now raining as hell.
It's raining the whole day.
It's raining as hell,
mostly.
as always, in autumn and springtime, or close to always. And the good weather is also one thing that is really surprisingly good.
Yeah, I have to admit that I was also one of the people that thought in Russia it's always cold. Maybe that's because we hear a lot of extremes from Siberia and the northern parts of Siberia.
The extremes is something like more interesting. That's why people talk about it all the time. And
very likely.
You told me that your mom was a tiny bit afraid when you were packing here with just a small suitcase and not a lot of warm clothes, though you were telling her that it's only September and October and those months are not that cold actually.
Yeah, she was really afraid that I would freeze here.
You will not freeze here, no worries.
No. So, we saw that there are quite some extremes, but a lot of things are not that extreme as we thought they are.
And though the stereotypes, they exist, they are not true for everybody, and we just encourage everybody to remember about that wherever you go.
Be open and enjoy. That's what I try to do.
And learn the languages. Continue learning as we are doing here.
It's exhausting sometimes, but mostly it's a lot of fun.
It's worth it. This is, I guess, all for today, no?
До свидания.
Bye.